So I'm a really big guy. I'm 6'6", and people bring that to my attention when I'm in elevators all the time. And today, I'm going to bring to your attention some unnecessarily big guitar pedals. You might be asking, what is an unnecessarily big pedal? Well, it's a pedal that's unnecessarily big. And to test this, it's a pedal that needs to cover up most of my face. Candidate number 1 is the Gary Hurst Doubler Octave Fuzz pedal. This is from 1974. It's effectively a Fox tone machine. You can turn the octave on and off. It's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's made of white plastic that now looks like nicotine-stained ceilings, and I love it. Next up is an offering from the 1990s respin of the brand Danelectro. It is the Spring King Spring Reverb. This is a pedal that's so big, it actually allows you to put the spring mechanisms from a tube amp inside of it. And it has a kick pad. You can kick it with your foot, or you can hit it with your severed hand. Either way, it's amazing. It is a real spring reverb in a pedal. Jimi Hendrix guitar tech Roger Mayer made pedals for Hendrix, but he also has his own pedal line to this day. Next up is one of his creations, the Roger Mayer Mongoose in the UFO enclosure. A lot of people like this enclosure. I think it's cool. It's massive, and this one's Barney purple. So in my book, it's a real winner. Next up is the Lovetone Doppelganger from the 1990s. This is an excellent phaser modulation tremolo pedal. I love it. It's massive and it sounds massive. If you don't know about this brand, check out the episode Legend of Lovetone that's in the description below. But right now, just sit back and relax as I serenade you with warbly goodness. Why would you want a normal Boss DS1 in its perfectly designed enclosure with normal footprint when you could have the Boss PD1, a giant DS1 that has a rocker foot switch? It's a no-brainer. You use the PD1 and you throw some trash off your pedal board and make room for it. Pedal I'm about to show you was gifted to me by the universes themselves. It was handed down through fate, irony, and a little bit of luck. Maybe all of them. I don't really know. But I do know that as I walked into Wade's guitar shop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, there was a rummage grab bucket in the front of the counter. I reached down into it, and with my eyes and my fingers, I beheld this. A recased Arion SCH1 chorus from the 1980s. It was put in a giant plain enclosure. Someone rubbed on a sticker of the original pedal, and it's just stupid big. But because of this pedal, this was born, the JHS Emperor Chorus. And I'm forever grateful for this giant and unnecessarily big pedal, and I hope you are too. Let us play said pedal. Forty-something years before my good friend Robert Keeley released his amazing 30 millisecond automatic double track pedal in a small, normal pedal enclosure that fits handsomely on any pedal board, Carlsbro in the UK released the A.D.T double tracker. It's the size of a small animal. It has 220 power, which is super convenient for me here in the USA, and I have to use this 110 to 220 converter. It's a lot. It's a lot because this weighs like 6 pounds. This weighs like 9 pounds. Together, it's basically like a PT2 pedal board. But you know, it sounds good. And maybe, Robert, you could make a giant version of this pedal because people just want a giant version of this pedal. By people, I mean me. I just want one. It's all for me. The 1970s gave us some amazing things, like the Atari gaming system, or the Colorsound Dopplatone, which is basically the same size as an entire gaming system. It's awesome. It's a little noisy, but it's the size of a gaming system.
And now it's time for Why Are 70s EQ Pedals So Big? I mean, seriously, they're so huge, it's crazy!
It's big, it's bad, it's the Boss GE10 Graphic Equalizer with remote foot switch. Why? Why would you ever want this? It's giant. Attached cable. Very confusing. And from New York City, the Electro-Harmonix Graphic Equalizer. It's really big, the sliders are huge, but the power jack is the size of a flea. And from Carlsbro, who come out of London, it is the Graphic EQ10. Apparently, no one at Carlsbro knew how to do a small pedal. We saw the A.D.T, we see this, and yet I just don't understand. Why are these pedals so big? I've often pondered the meaning of life. Are there aliens in other galaxies? Will the Boston Celtics ever win the title again? And why are 1970s EQ pedals so big? We'll never know.
And tune in next week when we ask the question, is it just me, or are 70s wah pedals just way too ginormous?
I don't understand! I just want to give some honorable mentions as we move on here and wrap this whole shebang up. You have to throw in more Electro-Harmonix pedals like the Memory Man. When this was first released, it was marketed as the first compact analog delay. It was, but it's still unnecessarily big in 2019. Also, there's this Polish company and they have a phaser called Small Phaser. Yeah, look at that switch. It's like Pinocchio's nose. And where would we be without the big muffaletta? If you haven't seen that video, it's in the description below. It just sounds better because it's a big muffaletta. And no one's ever seen this, but I did make a big black buffer. It actually works. It's ridiculous. I don't even know why I made it. I'm not sure why I do half the things I do.
Before we move on to record time, I need to give this wah pedal board away. For those of you who are not aware of this, it's probably because you didn't watch the episode called World Record Pedal Board, and it's okay, I forgive you. But in that episode, Josh helped Sweetwater and Rob Scallon set the world record for the largest pedal board ever made. This is one of 34 boards that helped set that record, and John Baker, it's yours, man. Check it out. You're better than all your friends. You have more wahs than anyone could ever hope for, and let's go to record time. That's it.
Today's record time is brought to you by 1995's Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness by the Smashing Pumpkins. This album is awesome. It's 2 hours long. It's 24 tracks deep. It's a work of art. I first heard of this record because I'd be over at my brother's house and MTV was constantly playing 1979, Tonight Tonight, Bullet with Butterfly Wings. Pretty much all the singles were running the ground, but they're fantastic. Another cool part of this is Billy Corgan said this is his attempt at giving Generation X an album like Pink Floyd with The Wall gave to that generation. So really, really cool. I'm gonna open it because I've had it for like a year and a half. And it's a daunting task for me to open a record this big because I want to listen to it straight through. I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. This means I have to listen to it today or I won't be able to sleep. Yeah. In the comments below, let me know what you think about this record and tell me about your favorite big album. One with tons of songs. I want to know all about it. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I want to leave you with an episode suggestion from our JHS Show website. You just go to thejhsshow.com and there's a little tab, Suggest an Episode, and that's just what happened here. I printed it off. I'm going to read it to you. It's fantastic. Hey, since I'm your biggest fan, you should do an episode where I'm the winner of your biggest fan contest, where you fly me to your place and I get to hang out with you all day and jam. It would be a stellar episode. It would be a stellar episode, but I don't know if that's possible. Some of you guys may have really good suggestions for episodes, so go do that right now. And also thanks to all of our patrons. You're amazing. There's a link in the description. If you want to support this show and the archival of all this amazing pedal history, go check that out and be a part. You get exclusive videos and all kinds of stuff and things like this, an exclusive giveaway of a 2012 JHS Pedals testing board that was in our workshop that I found in the closet. It's made of 2x4s and wood and has circuits that are long discontinued, like the Warbletron and Bun Runner and All American. It's crazy, it's almost useless, it almost all works. Nick jammed on it earlier. It's a real collector's piece for that special person that wants something unnecessarily big. It's so big I can't even fit it in this frame. So I'm just gonna talk behind it. But we're gonna give that away over at the Patreon account with a video. We're just gonna give it away. I'm just gonna pick one of you guys that became a supporting member. And that's it. Hit like if you like this episode, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell icon and get notifications of future episodes, and have an unnecessarily awesomely big day. Bye-bye.